Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another race in this glorious season of IIRL. This is season 8, and it is our 7th round of the season, with it being the Hungarian Grand Prix. Very, very much looking forward to this round, as I hope a lot of you are. It's a very interesting track. We'll be seeing hopefully some great battles. Not many, maybe some attempted dives here and there, but I know a lot of these drivers are going to be having an absolute blast around this very historic track. Good evening, Nico. Good evening, Ethan. Very hope you enjoy your time out on track. Wonder how well you've practiced for this. Good evening, Daniel. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Welcome to Season 8, Round 7 of, Round 7, Season 8 of, IIRL. Not much, you'll be honest. Well, it's a good thing you're being honest. Honestly, just do what I do and brake at 100 meters for pretty much every corner, and then you know you're definitely going to make it. That's usually my judgment, especially when I was doing no assist last season. My whole prejudice was do a brake at 100, and then if you can brake later, brake later. Good evening, Rids. I hope you're doing very well, my friend. Welcome to Hungary. Good evening, David. I hope you're doing very well, my friend. Good to have you back. Good evening, Goldilocks. So we do have full qualifying tonight. We have got the return of Top Gun as well, which is quite a cool thing. He, of course, one of our standout drivers in the last couple of seasons. Your favourite commentator, no bias. I very, 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 very much appreciate the kind words. Nico has a broken steering wheel. You're hoping for P7? Nah, I hope you can get higher than that, my man. I mean, I was in the practice lobby last night, and some of the lap times that were being set were very, very ridiculous. So we'll have to wait and see. Good evening, Hugh. Welcome to the stream. It is Hungary, as you will very, very well know. And oh, good luck on track as well, because I forgot you are racing tonight. So we do have a full qualifying, which does mean that we will lose 2 drivers in this session. Which 2 drivers they will be will very much depend on whose pace is the best and who doesn't invalidate as well, because track limits are an absolute pain on this track. I will very much would like to remind everyone that this is a no hard tyres Grand Prix. The hard tyres are very, very OP around half of these tracks, so that is why they are not allowed. So we will be seeing 2 stops. There are a range of strategies that could well potentially happen. We'll have to see which one the drivers prefer, and then see which ones they decide to use for the F2 race on Thursday and assist here come Sunday. It does look very overcast out there, so if Ethan, my weatherman, has already put in the chat that it's only 14% chance of rain. But John is the first car out on track, looking to get his lap over and done with. That's why you're sticking with it. Bringing out... Yes, Will Buxton, my favourite. Will Buxton is the best. Is John looking to get ready? He has been setting some very fast lap times. If you keep an eye on the Discord, you would know that he did a 13.3 in time trial earlier today. So I would not be shocked if he was the person to be on the top step of the podium. As he goes through turn 1, very nice underbraking. Absolutely no slippy slidey. Little bit of smoke, but nothing to be concerned about. Using a lot of his battery. He doesn't take the entire curb at turn 3, but he doesn't invalidate turn 4. He doesn't do a Perez turn 5. So that's another check in the box for him. Going through the chicane now. Very, very nice. I was very jealous of his speeds that he was taking through the chicane last night. So I'm glad that I am not racing him. Unless he decides to do F2 on Thursday. There's a very, very, very short lap around Hungary, which does mean it is a 36 lap race. There's a bit of yellows in sector 2, which is just Padge letting drivers through. And he comes, John comes to line and sets a 14.2. Call it a 0.3 because, well, it's 3 thousandths off. Next up to the line will be a Mercedes of Cod Camper, who goes P2 with a 14.6. Then we have the Red Bull of that guy, who sets a 15.1. We then have a JJ, does a 24, but he's doing a double run. The Alpine of Nico Gamer does a 16.5 to start his run. And Sano is up next. In the McLaren, it goes P3 with a 14.9. And then Padge is next. He must have invalidated because there is no lap time for him. Which means the next car up is our weatherman, Ethan. Who sets a 16.8. Our next car it is not so much a wind farm, it is called technical difficulties. We try and work through them as best as possible, but it shouldn't be as bad as it was in prior weeks. So in that, our next car to the line to set a run will be Padge, I believe, who was doing a double run or invalidated. So Padge coming up to the line now sets a 15.9. Great start from there. Nico saying that the track is improving, which is definitely good to hear. As Willow is on a run, of course, had a not so great race last week in Portugal, as John has decided to retire from this session. He's decided to leave his car in the garage and go off and get a drink. He thinks he is safe, and to be fair, I wouldn't be too shocked if he wasn't. As Cod Campus says, it's going to be a full wet race, which is absolutely incredible, which means the no hard tyre rule isn't going to be in effect, which is very unfortunate, but it does mean that the race could be very, very well... Oh, never mind. As Willow slides over the line, and he doesn't finish his lap, the line is a bit further up than that, Willow, but he sets a 120.3 to start off, as Codcamper spreaded misinformation. As Ethan also broke his front wing at turn 4. Nico got given a heart attack. Yeah, I was very excited. And Cod Camper, I am going to be wishing hell on you for this race, by the way. Just for the excitement of misinformation, I'm going to spread so many rumours about you that I don't know. I'm just going to start creating them. How about that? I think people would enjoy that. So we do get to see the hard tyre rule. It was just it was just a prank, bro. This Powen is cool. Sets a 16.1 to start off his qualifying. Willow is on a in lap, so he is not going to set a run. We have the Ferrari of deflated Wii on an outlap as it currently stands. But I do believe that JJ has started a run, so we'll sit on with him. You've had Cod Camper Brothers Battlefield. I would not be shocked. Wait, what happened? Oh, Cod Camper just said it was going to be a wet race. He just said it was going to be full wets, and decided to absolutely throw some spice into it, and then there's no rain actually scheduled. Don't worry, it's nothing too like nah, speak like Mike Tyson. As JJ, I believe, improved on his lap to improve it to a 17.2. Next car is a Mercedes, which is Marlboro, but he's currently on an outlap. So we'll sit on with Deflated Wii, who we will not sit on with because he is invalidated. So Velocity Gamer will be our next car to the line to finish a run. Yeah, David, stick that in your memes. We love a bit of Mike Tyson. And coming up to the line, Velocity Racer sets a 16.2, putting him P7. Next up to the line will be not JJ because he is finishing a run. I think it will be the Red Bull of Metagamer, who is about to finish his first run. We'll see what he can do coming up to the final corner now. Goes very wide on entry, turns in, and then comes up to the line, uses his overtake, and goes P5 with a 15.1. Very big gap between him and P6. He's 2/10 off his teammate. Marlboro sets a 16.6 coming across the line. There is an Alpine crossing the line now, which is Nico Gamer, who goes P7. Next we have... it was gonna be Deflated Wii, who is unfortunately spun on his run in just before he was about to start sector 3 through the flat right-hander. No smoky hard tyres are not allowed for this race. It is another banned occasion. Deflated Wii is going to pit. He's going to be very, very frustrated with himself that he wasn't able to get that lap done. Top Gun is on his return in the Sauber, is exiting the pits now. I would not be shocked if he was somewhere near the top. We'll have to wait and see for that. As Willow is currently on what will be his run of the session, he is hoping to make it through to Q2 on this set, as he is currently the danger man with a lap time set. As I presume that Prev, Deflated Wee, who we've already sent out on track, and Shivers will all be doing one lap. As Willow comes to the line now, he does go P3, 4/10 off the back of John. So, next up to the line is going to be not Ethan. It might very well be Malbro. As Nico saying he set a purple sector on his in-lap. Padge does feel that he is safe for the rest of this session. And I didn't notice, but that guy also retired. So as Malbro comes up to sector 3 now, he has got the Haas of Ethan in front of him, who does let him through. Malbro coming up to the final 2 corners now. He sets a 1:16.3. I'm not sure if that's an improvement. Next car to the line will be Top Gun. We'll see what he can produce on his return. We'll see how much he can cook in that Stake F1 team kicks Albert. Does go purple of the cars on track currently in sector 2. So we'll see what he can do. That rhymes. No one likes a rhymer. Comes up to the line, has a very nice final corner. Not much battery, he's used it all, but he does go P6 with a 15 flat. And the Ferrari behind him of Deflated Wee is starting a run now. It will be probably his final run of the session. As he goes through turn 2, no, I think that's technically turn 3. Don't quote me on that, I'm not 100% sure. He goes through Perez corner very nicely, does not touch the grass. Very nicely over the curb. It's technically turn 3. Okay, that's fine. That's good to have clarification on that, given the fact it's not very obvious. I mean, given the fact that turn 2 at Austria is a kink in these cars, it just doesn't make sense. As Deflated Wee comes to the penultimate corner now, uses all the road to go round the final corner and set a absolutely fallacious time of 14.8, which puts him P4. Which means that next car on to start a run will be JJ, but I believe Ethan is not on a run, so we'll watch the starting run of JJ, who will be starting his final run. David's saying that T2 is technically the small right out of turn 1, which makes no... Yes. Apparently a tiny kink can mean everything now. No. As these cars, Prev and Shivers are not coming... Oh, Shivers is out on track, Prev is not, so it doesn't look like Prev is going to be able to get a lap in unless he comes out within the next 10 seconds or so, which means he will be starting from the back of the grid. JJ doesn't use all the curbing going through the chicane, but they are very, very risky to take, so I can understand why he has not. JJ coming to the end of sector 2 now. He is 5/10 up on his previous lap time as of yet. We'll see if at the end of it pushes him above Ethan and or Malbro. as he comes to the line now after a very decent final corner. And he goes P14 ahead of Ethan, which has put him out of the drop zone so far. If Ethan improves on this lap, as Codcamper is preparing for a wet Q2 apparently. And Codcamper says she wet. This is going to be wet, as Ethan needs to improve, but he's not going to, so he is the driver in the drop zone, which does mean that JJ is safe, as Shivers has a very difficult turn 1. He is shaking all over the place, but I will imagine that he will finish this run to at least put him P16 at the worst. Is he very nice chicane there? A very back end, very steppy there, as you can clearly see. His setup is very risky. He's definitely struggling with how is he not invalidated there. We'll ask the steward's room sooner later. As he takes the final corner, he might have another snap, but he doesn't use all the curb, but he does go P16, 2/10 off Ethan, which puts Ethan through to Q2. That means Shivers and Prev will be our 2 losses of drivers in Q1. I think very good showing from John there. He's 3/10 up on everyone else. His wrist, yeah, I feel bad for Shivers' wrists right now. So, as I said, the top 8 is separated by a second currently, and top 5 of the session are John Codcamper, who is representing Vietnam, Willow, Deflated, Wee, and Asano, with the 2 drivers that we are losing for the session being Prev, who was unable to set a lap time, and Shivers, who had a very shaky final run, which puts him P16. And now we are on to Q2. Of course, we do have 15 drivers left, so the bottom 5 will be eliminated. That is my Will Buxton for the moment. As Ethan is the one with the injury now. So he is in a bit of pain. As we wait for the first driver on to enter the track. Which is going to be a lot of cars, I believe. One of them is John, and the others are going to be the Willow. Willow and Deflated Wee. All 3 of these drivers looking to get their runs maybe out of the way. Of course, John was top of Q1, so potentially looking to get it over and done with. As we got more and more cars entering their way onto this track course, very tight and narrow track here. Not many places for overtaking. They do call this Monaco without the walls. I would love a sweet, David. What do you have going this week? Because last week it was biscuits. What have you got going this week? As John is not going to be the first driver to start. It is Willow. Willow will be the first driver to start a run. He's using a lot of his battery. Good evening, Steely. I hope you're doing very well, my friend. David has red and black gums. I'll take the red and black gummies, please. When you say the fruit salad, are you on about those those really annoying chewy ones that are made in the 30s? David, were you that one kid in secondary school that basically just went around selling loads of things? We have a yellow insect too, which I believe is the Alpine of Nico Gamer. He is on a run, so that's very unfortunate for him. Steely is the happiest man on the planet. I know why, and I'm very happy for you. They're like a sport. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. As those sweets, as Willow goes fastest with a 15, we'll call it. Definitely used tyres. As John, I believe, has gone quicker than his Q1 time. As an influx of times there have come in. Powen is cool, has done a 16.1, which has put himself P5. Deflated Wee's on a 15.3 to put him P4, and Sano's done a 14.9 to put him P2. Next car to the line is going to be Weatherman Ethan, who has invalidated his lap, so he will not be setting a run. Next up to the line is going to be Padge, our Lord and Saviour. So we'll see what Padge can do. He has gone purple out of the cars on track, apparently, which makes no sense. I thought that's what it was, but never mind. I'm going to fire the race directors. As Padge goes P5 with a 16 flat. As that guy is next to cross the line and does a 16 flat. 200ths quicker than... No. Yeah, 200ths quicker than Padge. Next up to the cars that are on outlaps are Cod Camper, the two Mercedes, and JJ and Madagamers just come out on track as well. As we wait for these guys to sort their runs out. Nah, you just bought off them. Honestly, I remember the one that that sold at my secondary school. His prices were so ridiculous. Now that I look back, I'm glad I never bought off him. Tea and biscuits. Which biscuits do you go for, Smokey? Because there is a right answer to this. And David saying he's the least British person around. Marlboro is the first of the Mercedes cars to start his first lap of Q2. David doesn't drink coffee either. That is very, very disappointing. And John has done his one and done lap for Q2. He thinks he's very comfortable, and I would not be shocked. And I will be more annoyed if I find out they're used tyres. Marlboro coming to the end of sector 2 now. As we wait for the John to come back with that information, Marlboro finishes his lap now and sets a 1:16.7 on used tyres, puts himself P8 currently, which is safe, but we still have a lot of drivers to set a run. Cod Camper has just gone fastest with a 14.1. Very, very good lap there. Top Gun is starting a run, which means next driver to cross the line is going to be Madagamer 2K. Smokey is the most British person around because he drinks tea with his pinky out. It does. It's very, very Queen's English type thing. And David likes energy drinks. Bro Defo likes Red Bull. Other soft drink brands energy drink brands are available. As Madel Gamer set a 15.3, putting himself 7 tenths above his teammate. Next card to the line is Nico Gamer, who goes P7 with a 15.9. Ethan is up next. Unfortunately, Top Gun has invalidated his current lap, which will be very disappointing for him, but it does look like Ethan is going to be getting a slight bit of help in the slipstream terms from the Mercedes of Marlboro, I believe that is. As Ethan sets a 16.1, currently putting himself in the top 10 with only Velocity Racer and Top Gun left to do runs. Next up to the line is going to be Top Gun. As I said, he has invalidated, but will he go again is the question we all want to be asked. And he is going to go again, so we'll spend a lap with Top Gun. As Top Gun does go through turn 1 now. Looking very, very nice. Very, very smooth. Like chocolate. And also maybe slightly wider on entry exit of turn 3. But we'll see how he does coming into turn 5 now. He does not invalidate and he does not do a Perez, so that is very, very nice for him. A little bit of correction from at the exit of the chicane there, but I doubt that will affect his lap too much. Doesn't invalidate on the exit curb there, and he doesn't invalidate here either. He does a 53 flat over two sectors. As Top Gun crosses the line and goes P4 with a 14.4, 3 tenths off Top Gun, but very, very close to Deflated Wheat, who is 0.6 slower than. Very, very close times. Ethan is not currently on a lap. He's probably doing a double run. And that guy is also just finished a run, I think, which is put in P9. He is not improved, actually, because his lap time is the exact same gap to Padge. Velocity Racer is on a run, though. Nico Gamer, I'd probably say you're going to have to do another lap. I think. Because if the gap was, say, 4 or 5 tenths, I would have said, yeah, you could probably stay up. But because you're in that cut-off range, I think you'll need it to improve by a couple more tenths. Just to be safe. I'm very sorry if I get it wrong. As David is a Lewis fan. Oh. And this is why you don't support the top teams, because then everyone just hates on each other, and that's why I don't support a top team. I'm supporting a future top team, but not a top team themselves, because Williams are gonna be the future. Forza Italia. As Top Gun has retired, so he thinks he's safe. Velocity Racer comes to the line now. Puts him P15, keeps him P15. He's got a 2 tenths cushion to 2 tenths to catch up to JJ, who is on an outlap. Powen is cool, is on an outlap. Doesn't invalidate there, but did go off track. Not sure if the Red Bull there of that guy got in his way. But as Powen has decided to cancel his lap. Padge is currently on a run, going through turn 3 and 4 at this current second. As I have just been informed by Deflated Wii that John's lap was done on used tyres, so I'm very, very frustrated about that. There's Padge coming to through Sector 2 now. See what he can do. Is going a 10th quicker, which will put him above Nico Gamer as of now. As long as he doesn't have a big mistake going through the final corner. No, Padge does go up to P9. Is probably in the cut-off range. In fact, he's improved by 4/10, so we'll have to wait and see. Nico Gamer is currently on a lap, but he's not going to be the first car to cross the line, which the first car is going to be JJ, but he's not on a run. As cars are retiring from the session. The Haas of Ethan is on out lap, which means the Ferrari of Powen is going to be next to the line to set a run, which will be his final run of the session. So he is hoping to make it to the top 10 now. Is improving by 3/10 at the end of the Sector 2 split. See what he can do. Does go very... as it does have a lock-up into the penultimate corner. But coming to the line now, he does improve and puts himself on into that drop-off zone. With other cars still on runs, it's going to be very close. Nico Gamer stays P11. Very unfortunate for him. Velocity Racer pits. Ethan is on a run, but I believe JJ is next to the line as everyone else is on an outlap currently. I have just noticed that the two Mercedes are out on the same part of the track, so I do think that Marlboro might be given a slipstream here. As he's hoping that JJ is not going to catch up. JJ is very, very close behind them. I don't know if that is impeded JJ at all, but it doesn't completely look like it. As Marlboro is getting a hefty tow from his teammate. We'll see what he can do when it comes to the line. Nico Gamer has invalidated his in-lap. Powen is cool, is not going any quicker. He thinks he is safe. JJ has it, so I think it's just Marlboro currently on a run. He goes through turn 5 now. He goes through this fast left and right here. He's going a second quicker, which will put him through. No, it won't. Which might put him through as it currently stands. He needs to improve by a couple more tenths to make him safe. He is going quicker than Nico Gamer currently. As he comes to the line now, Marlboro is through with P8. He goes P8, which does put push Powen is cool into the drop zone, and that is our bottom 5 for Q2. It's a very, very good lap there from Marlboro to put him through. War a lap. So that is the end of Q2. Cod Camper, the Vietnamese driver, is P1. John P2, Deflated Wee P3, Top Gun P4, Sano P5, Willow P6, That Guy P7, Malbro P8 making it through with a very, very big help from his teammate. Metagamer P9, the Hungarian representative Padge P10, and our 5 drivers going out of this session are Powen, Nico Gamer, Velocity Racer, Ethan the Weatherman, and JJ. We are now entering Q3. It is the top 10 shootout. We do have 10, 11, 12 minutes of running. However many runs these drivers decide to do is up to them. I doubt John will be doing one run in this session. So he will hopefully be doing more, as he is the first car to enter onto the track. What's my race prediction? I will give you my race prediction after I've seen Q3 for definite, but as it currently stands, I think as long as John doesn't get a track penalty, he's not very prone to them, so I do think that John will win the race currently. But if he does get out-qualified by maybe Cod Camper or Willow, then maybe I will lean a different direction. Nico Gamer, what's your prediction? What are you thinking at this current standing? And David thinks that Steely is going to take the win. Sox P2 and David P3. And Smokey thinks Ethan will finish P1. I imagine Smokey is predicting a Hungary 2021 kind of race where someone likes to play Skittles. So as John starts his first run of Q3, and Nico Gamer thinks John P1, Willow P2, and P3 is Top Gun. Of course, John is the current championship leader. I'll run through more of the statistics in the 5-minute break between quali and the race start. So then we can talk more logistics about how this might affect going into our mid-season break next week. Are you eating Skittles currently? No, I am not. I wish I was, because Skittles are amazing. But I would love some Skittles right now. But I have got some other branded sweets. Of course, there are other brands of sweets other than Skittles available. As John set to 13.7 to start the Q3 madness. Next car to the line is going to be That Guy who is invalidated, so Top Gun will be next to cross the line. Top Gun does a 15-1 on a probably used set of tyres. Willow is going to be next to the line. We'll see what he can do. Goes P2, 2/10 back, we'll call it. Cod Camper is going to be the next car to the line. He has wing damage. I don't know what happened there, but he has no front wing, so he will not be setting a lap yet. which does mean that that guy has invalidated again. So we will watch Managamer on his first run of the session. Thank you, Ethan. Send them in the post. My address is 123 Bakersfield Avenue, England. Steely Dominance will ball fans. You need to eat dinner. Oh, David, just bring the stream with you. Madagamer comes to the line. He does a 1:14.8, which puts him P3. Marlborough has invalidated his lap, of course. He does have time to go again. No car is currently on lap, but the next car to start a lap is going to be Deflated Wee. He has invalidated his final corner, very unfortunate for him, but doesn't matter because he is now starting his run now. As Deflated Wee now comes to this chicane. Coming to Sector 3 now, he does a 52.7. Yes, Ethan, these guys are very fast, and it genuinely puts me to shame when I'm racing with them in the practice lobby to try and get some practice for Sunday, and I have no one to race because they're all miles on the distance. Oh, Cod Camper is going to be our first car of these final, not final runs, because he'll have time to make it back to the pit lane. Yeah, of course, yeah, David, sign up for Season 9. Of course, our next season will be in the next cycle of universes. Cod Camper goes P2 with a 13.7 and a half. Next car across the line will be the McLaren of Sano. He is running low on a bit of battery, so we'll have to see what lap time comes out. He should have enough time to make it back out to the pit lane. David, didn't you win a F2 race on Thursday, or was that because of penalties, or was I just making something up? That guy has they're all going back to the pit, which does mean our first car on track is going to be Marlborough. He's going for his final run now. He will not have enough time to make it back after this run. Marlboro takes turn 1. He hasn't got the slipstream from his teammate this time. Let's see what he is going to do as everyone else comes to the pit lane. But Marlboro is on his final run. He is pushing. As Marlboro, I missed that. Marlboro invalidated, and that might be the end of his session. I think it is going to be. Oh no, it's not, because he's going to go again now. Duh. As I SOX has had a big brain moment, and Marlboro does have time to go again because he doesn't need to pit. Yeah, I imagine F2 could be back for Season 10, if the popularity is there for it. Oh, Marlboro is going to be the first car to cross the line. I believe. Unless it's that guy. That guy did cross the line, but he didn't improve by too much, so he stays P6. Which does mean Marlboro is going to be our next car. He has his teammate in front of him, who might be giving him a little helping hand. Oh, but Marlboro Marlboro is not going again. He turned his battery to none, so he is not doing a lap. Everyone else is starting a run now. I believe Padge is the first car on his final run, so we will sit around with Padge, very nice, through the chicane. Does a 54.4 to start. Metagamer and the Red Bull duo of Metagamer and that guy have finished their run, so they will not be improving. Padge coming up to the line for his first and only timed lap of this session. Sets a 16 flat, so he goes ahead of Marlboro. Top Gun stays P7. It was very, very close that time. He goes P7. Splits. John does a 13.3. Oh my. Willow is next to the line and does a 13.7. Deflated Wheat invalidated, so he's not going to be able to improve. And then you've got the Mercedes duo of Cod Camper and Marlboro. And Cod goes P3 and Marlboro goes ahead of Padge. As things you can notice is that's a very, very big gap to John from Willow. Of course, if the drivers do stay in DRS, it's a very short lap, so they might very well be still to stay. I'd have to suffer in 81. If the F1s are anything like this game, I'm done. What was Cod's last lap? We'll have a little look when we load in. I completely missed that, as we have the the black loading screen, and we still have send your loading screen. I do not know what is happening. As we do not get to see who was in sorry, Steely, we do not get to find out any information. Typical. But I will just pause the game and tell you our top 10 is John, Willow, Cod Camper, Deflated Wee, Sano, That Guy, Top Gun, Madagamer, Malboro, and Padge. And then Powen P11, Nico Gamer P12, Velocity Racer P13, Ethan P14, JJ P15, Shivers P16, and rounding out the grid is Prev in P17. My staff are being fired. They have decided to screw me over again. I remember the Spanish Grand Prix where they gave me no penalty updates or no fastest lap updates. So, and I fired them then, and then apparently I heard the same ones. So, we now enter our 5-minute break in which the drivers will go to the toilet, get themselves ready. They will to get their strategy sorted out, and of course no hard tyres are allowed this weekend. So, we will have a mixture. So, going through the current stat, as I imagine this will be a restart, which is very, very frustrating. Someone has accidentally readied up, which means that we will be having a little reset of this 5-minute break as everyone finds out this information. Yep, we are seeing drivers leave and have a little accident. But that does mean that, yeah, I have unfortunately seen the message. It's very unfortunate. It happens to everyone at some point in time. Alright, I want to see if anyone's going to practice a restart here to see what they can do. I just would like to... I'm interested in the concept of seeing who does a race start where. I do believe that no one is currently doing a formation lap, though. As we wait for the invitation to the new session, as these drivers are unfortunately going to restart their cars, and as Nico Gamer has decided to go straight on, which I think is very cool. As that is everyone. You know what? Let's just, for the fun of it, let's see this race start. I just want to see the AI do a race start, because why not? Very, very nice. That's very funny. As we join the new lobby now, we do have a unfortunate restart. It does give time for if I wasn't looking What I should say. IIRL is the goat. It is. I I wholeheartedly agree with that. Who pressed ready? It was I've forgotten who it was. Steely said who it was. It was Madagamer. It was an accidental press of the a button on his steering wheel that allows the race to start. Oh, as we wait for the drivers to. Oh, 100%. Like, I think it's easy just to be too embarrassed by it. Not be embarrassed, but what's the right wording of this? Be slightly cautious about admitting it because you know that it's a difficult thing that does happen. But it's all right. The drivers will get underway. Nico Gamer's screen is uh, universe is unfortunately having a meltdown. David, if you do that, I will go into my settings and turn my notifications off. Imagine if you'd done it while I was racing on Sunday. Oh, that would have grinded my gears. As we wait for the that is the biggest of the Sages right there. Malpro asked a question and two people told him to do something immediately. Unfortunately, my brain cannot compute stars into as Top Gun is apparent. Uh, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. As we wait for the custom grid to be set for this round or 7 of this season. I'm very tempted just to get in an empty car and drive around for a lap, just because why not? As Nico had to reset his universe. Very unfortunate. we are about to get underway, hopefully. As I'm just taking information on the current scores in the football. We go into our 5-minute break, Nico. It is a 5-minute break, and then and so it'll give you time to do your setups and strategy, and then we'll go into the race at or I think we're scheduled to go at 39 minutes past, so you get 2 minutes. Uh, Basically just get it done quickly. Huddersfield are apparently losing. That means nothing to me because they are in League One, and League One means nothing. I'm more interested in the Championship scores, as Middlesbrough are drawing with Stoke, which is not good. And the Cardiff Hull game is a draw, which is very good for me. So I don't actually know how long the drivers have got to figure out their setups and everything. Of course, drivers that might have not made it through to Q2 will no longer have the benefit of an extra soft tyre. So this is going to be very interesting to see what actually happens here with setups and differences there, given the fact that the hard tyres are illegal. And if you are caught using them, you get fined 3 million. Yeah, Nico, you have to do a 2-stop, yeah. But it is going to be very, very good. So, in the current round of no assist here, the standings are as followed. In the top 5, we have John leading the way, who is 17 points back from ahead of Cod Camper. Willow is P3, 5 points back of Cod Camper on 114. Deflated Wheat is P4 on 103, and that guy is P5 with Marlboro P6. In the Teams Championship, it is Aston Martin who currently lead the way with John and Padge. Mercedes are P2 with the duo of Cod Camper and Marlboro, 10 points back off the Aston Martin. And then the Scuderia Ferrari team are P3 with Deflated and Powen 37 points back off the Aston Martins. Currently, the average position of John in the race is P1.4. John has won all the feature races this season, apart from Silverstone 2 weeks ago, where he finished P3 after having terrible problems with his connection. The driver who won that race was, of course, Cod Camper. And the driver that won in Spain was Talisber. So John has an average race position of 1.4 and an average sprint position of 2 because maths. £3 million for half tyre usage. Gosh, that's excellent. As we are now getting underway for the race start here, we'll have tyre and all. We have a mix. That is what we'd love to see here. The top 9 have decided to start on the mediums. And then Padge, Powen, Nico and Ethan decided to start on the soft tyres. And Velocity Racer, JJ, Shivers and Prev have all decided to start on the mediums. John leading the way for the formation lap. We'll get a little idea of maybe fuel loads. Of course, Hungary is a track that tends to burn quite a bit of fuel. Not for me, however. I am quite good at fuel saving in the world. But we'll have to see how it comes into play. Maybe a safety car or two. We haven't had many safety cars. I believe we had one of our first safety cars of the season last week in Portugal. So we'll see what happens. As JJ has unfortunately had a error. And it's 5 red light. No, it's not. It's 5 red lights, and away they fly, and they're on the way. See from this POV of John down into turn 1. And see if anyone decides to make a move. Willow is having a look at John and does make the move, but is he going to make the move stick into turn 3? JJ did forget his setup, which is unfortunate for him. We do have a yellow. It is Shivers. Very unfortunate there, getting caught out. But the driver that leads the way so far after turn 3 is John. Nico Gamer is unfortunately round at Perez corner, and Shivers is a bit further back from that. Powen, I believe, has made up a place. Yep, Powen has made up 4 places so far, along with Ethan and Prev making up 5. Very good starts from them. I have solved global warming, apparently, with my absolutely amazing fuel usages. As DRS gets enabled now, they will not have the benefit of this lap, as the detection point is before the final corner. Looking back, very single file there. The Ferraris are swapping places as Powen lets deflated through. Prev and Padge are going at it, and they are side by side through turn 2 into turn 3, and Prev does get the move done. Nico Gamer has pit. He has wing damage. That's very unfortunate for him. Save the penguins in that. Yes, penguins. We love penguins. Or, as Benedict Cumberbatch would say, penguin. Is that a rhetorical question, Steely? Because I don't actually know the answer. Ooh, I wonder if John got a warning there. Looked like he went off track, but I would not be shocked if he didn't get one. Because it's a bisque. Oh my. Oh, great. That's so good it's bad. Nico Gamer has unfortunately spun again. He doesn't have wing damage this time. He must have done a Paris. Willow and everyone are saying fast laps. Willow is going to have a look at John, and they do go. That's very nice, very safe and allowed. Camper is going to have a look at John now and does go down his inside. It is very feisty at the front, and John does get the move done. Camper has fallen a bit back, which could put him susceptible to say no. who could look for a move maybe into the chicane if he dares choose. And there is now a gap starting to form between Powen, who has lost DRS to his teammate, and there is a second 1.7 second gap back to Madagamer, which now has split the field into two halves technically. As JJ has turned on his ghost muscle. As Willow is now leading the way. Shivers has made his way past that ghost. John is making his way through on Willow. And Willow is going to have a look. And there is a yellow flag back in the distance. Sano and Top Gun have come together. And that is very unfortunate. So Top Gun has fallen down to P13, Sano to P8. Top Gun is now, and they're both going to have to look for a way back through the field. Sano has got the two soft runners ahead of him. And that gap is 2.3 seconds between the two Ferrari teammates. Sano has made his way past one of the soft runners in Ethan. Does mean that the top three are separated by less than a second, and there is a 1.1 second gap between that guy and Cod Camper currently. I imagine we might see another swap for position here, as John is the one without DRS. Or is Cod Camper going to have a look at Willow? They decide to stay where they are. I think I am having some difficulties. Just some technical difficulties here. Which I am. We will wait for that to materialise and come back. I believe I am having, there it is fine for me. Apologies if anything happened there. Padge has been passed by Velocity Racer. These soft tyres do go off very quickly. In the practice race, I took 10 laps. Thank you very much, David, for the confirmation. Shivers gets our first 3-second time penalty of the race. He has got 12 seconds to catch up to Padge. Cod Camper does have a look at Willow, and he does have the outside going into turn 3. And they are going to fight this. A little bit of wheel bumping there. Nothing too serious. And Cod Camper does get the move done. Very, very nicely done there. We are on lap 6. Willow is down to P3. I think he started there, so it doesn't really matter. No, he started P2. Never mind. The gap is sorting itself out now, and that guy and Deflated Wee have joined this top train. They are all on the same tyre strategy, so they will be going roughly the same length. Depends whether one of them goes for an undercut or not. As there is a little fight, Cod Camper does go down the inside of John into turn 3. John does have the inside, so he is going to try and make it stick. There is no contact between the two drivers, and John does settle in behind. That is absolutely beautiful from Cod Camper. We go back, let's have a little look down the grid. Top Gun is trying to make his way back through, but he is stuck behind the Ferrari car of Powen. He is going to be trying to catch up after a bit of contact between him and Sano earlier in the race, and he looks to make the move now, and he almost looks like he gets pushed off track, but nothing, unless he gets a warning, has materialised of it. Now we'll see if Camper can make his way through down the straight, as David is fancying crumpets, and he calls himself not British. Cod Camper and John have swapped positions again. Little bit of a lock-up from John though, but he does have DRS, which will keep him ahead of Cod Camper. Top Gun has officially got past Powen into turn 1. Powen does run a little dip, maybe a bit deep, maybe those soft tyres are running off a bit. That guy gets a 3-second turn-up time penalty, currently running P4. Very, very unfortunate. Nico has overtaken the Ghost Man himself. As John is still leading the way. I imagine there will be another swap for position here. And Deflated Weed does get past of that guy. Powen is the first car to pull into the pits. We'll see what tyres he goes on to next. Actually, it will be the mediums. Why am I shocked about that? Ethan also comes in for his first lap, for his first pit stop of the race. And Ethan also goes on to the medium set of tyres. We'll see what the pit strategy is with these drivers, the medium runners, when they do come into pit at their respective times. But Cod Camper is leading the way now. The top 3 are stepping away from Deflated Wheat and that guy, who are now 2.7 seconds back. Good evening, caution, fire warning, and up the Saints. Welcome to this race. It's clear to see that your favourite is Malbro, who's currently running P10. Did make himself get his way through into Q3 with a little help of his teammate, who is currently leading the race. Nico Gamer getting the third 3-second time penalty of this race. You know what, you can have an onboard of Malbro this lap as he battles the Red Bull of Madagamer. As it is lap 10, we have a yellow in front of him, which is the state car of Top Gun, who is, of course, taken out earlier in this race. So will Malbro be looking to make his way past? We'll see if Malbro is going to be in a battle here. Of course, top 3 are separated by less than a second. We'll go up there and look at their swapping back and forth after Malbro has finished his lap. Malro coming to the line now. He has managed to break DRS of Madagamer, so he is safe for now. Top Gun pits for his first pit stop of the race. As we go back up to the top three now, who are spreading even further away from Deflated Wee, who is now 4.1 seconds back. We have a yellow, which is Shivers, unfortunate in the penultimate corner, having a very shaky time there. Back to the front of the grid, it is very single file, as you would expect for a Hungarian Grand Prix, with the only swaps in positions coming from DRS swapping. Yeah, I've heard a couple of Malbro's commentary, and he does do very well at it. After turn 2, we will go over to Ethan for Smokey. And we'll just see if John decides to make a move on Camper, as Deflated Wee has pit, and he has pit for the soft tyre, so he is getting it over and done with, as they will melt like butter. Ethan has fresh mediums. As Shivers gets another, I think that is his second 3-second time penalty. Let's do some checking of this. It is, he's got 9 seconds worth of penalties, and Negro Gamer has 6. It's very unfortunate for him. Ethan is in a bit of no man's land as it currently stands. He is currently waiting for the top 9 drivers who are yet to pit to come in. And Malbro is currently running P7, is also in a bit of no man's land. He is managing to keep Madagamer out of his DRS. As Willow is the first driver to pit, and will he be doing the same thing as Deflated Wee? He's the first driver of the top 3 to come in, and is he going to match Deflated Wee? And he is going to go onto the soft tyres for the rest of this race, as John and Cod Camper fight this way. As Top Gun sets the fastest lap of this Grand Prix so far. There is a battle going on for P11 between Prev, Top Gun, and Ethan. No, it's not Ethan, that's Powen, sorry. And Prev on the fresh soft tyres is going to have the better traction at this current moment. But Top Gun is managing to stay ahead into turn 5. And Top Gun does manage to stay ahead. As John is next into the pits, and Cod Camper carries on for another lap. If caution fire, if I am free, I'd be very happy to. As Sox is being hunted. Yes. Get the gun out on me. As Willow does make his way through on John, the undercut did work in his favour. Deflated Wee is 2 seconds back, so his undercut has gained on him. That does leave Cod Camper as the overcutted one. Powen and Prev are swapping positions through turn 3 and 4. Into turn 5 now, but Prev is momentarily behind. He has got a 4/10 gap to the stake. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Ignore me. God Camper now comes into the pit lane. And Willow will take the lead of this Grand Prix. And does set the fastest lap while doing so. John is a 1.7 seconds gap back, and we do have a car go straight on, and that is Nico Gamer. He has lost his front wing, and there is a safety car. I do not know what has happened there, but Nico has gone straight on, and the safety car has come out. The alternate strat from COD, yes. But however, I think this safety car has, as Shivers and Nico Gamer are benefiting from this safety car. Nico Gamer has retired from the session, even though there is a safety car. So, as his car has pitted onto the hard tyres. Very unfortunate for Nico there. Willow has pitted off the soft tyres. John has carried on. God Camper will carry on. Deflated Wee is pitting off the soft tyres, as Nico Gamer's steering wheel has gone off the rocks. So yeah, we do have differences here, as Willow and Deflated Wee have use of soft tyres. John has decided to stay on the soft tyres for a bit longer, and COD Camper is yet to use the soft tyres. So COD Camper does have to make another pit stop, as loads of drivers in the back are making pit stops. JJ's Ghost is on the hard tyres. Naughty. Yeah, JJ is unfortunately ghosted in the middle of the pack. He has been lapped, unfortunately. I don't think his teammate Willow will be very, very happy about that. But Top Gun has decided to pit for the soft tyres now and get them out the way with 19 laps to go. Now, realistically, Top Gun and John could pit again if they wanted to get rid of those soft tyres. But I imagine they will not, as they will lose track position. And Top Gun has done what I've said he was going to do. And Top Gun has pitted off those. He's pitted off for some used medium tyres, which might not get him to the end. This is going to be very interesting. Because you have the top 4, then you have the lapped car of the lapped Ghosty Boy of JJ, and then you have Willow, Deflated, and Madagamer. Socks doesn't wear socks. Socks is not like wearing socks, because socks are socks and they are socky. I wonder if the safety car is going to be in this lap, and it is. So we will have to see what goes down here. One of the front... Oh, hello! Velocity Racer is round and has wing damage. So that is very unfortunate. JJ... Oh, no, Shivers, sorry. Shivers and Velocity Racer are swapping positions. I do not know what is happening there. But as John will get us underway for the restart, Padge has now pit at the end of the safety car. I wonder if Padge got wing damage from that. Deflated Wee is in the mid-pack, and I'm very confused about what is going on. Willow has a 10-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags. What in the world has happened there? I imagine that was something to do with his lapped teammate or something. That is going to throw... I do not think Willow will be very happy about that. He has lost DRS to that guy, and that... I mean, he's going to serve it when he pits again. So, he's not going to be able to get that removed. What in the riddles was that? I am the Riddler. I am... Yes. He must have overtaken under yellow flags or something. That's all I can think of. And I won't be able to look. But DRS is now enabled. And the top 5 are all within DRS of each other, with Metagamer 2.7 seconds back, who is being overtaken by Prev. And it's a lovely overtake from Prev. He will make it stick, and Deflated Wee is going to have a look at the outside of Metagamer, and unfortunate for him, nothing is able to come out of it. I will be able to find out what happened at the end of the race, but I will not know anything as of yet. So we will have to find out till next week to find out what happened with Willow. That is not good for his race, and if there is another safety car... Actually, what Willow needs is another safety car, because then he'll be able to serve it and it won't be that detrimental. As John has been on his soft tyres for 5 laps now, I do imagine that he will be looking to box in the next lap or two. There was a swap between Powen, Metagamer and Deflated Wee, who has definitely been caught out with this restart, and he is definitely not where he would want to be. Metagamer, Deflated Wee, Powen is cool, is now looking at overtaking Metagamer. This is a very nice overtake from him. He has been... Oh, okay. Metagamer has been pushed off track by Powen. As Shivers gets another 3-second time penalty. Powen has gone off track there, very unfortunate for him. I wonder if John will be looking to come in anytime soon. He is not. David, if he doesn't get any more warnings, he could potentially look at getting that removed as Cod Camper makes his way past John. I can imagine those soft tyres are screaming right now. They need to be unlocked from the basement. Deflated Wee has made his way past Madagamer, who is also potentially being looked at by Top Gun. Powen is currently P7. He's got his teammate behind him on the same amount of tyre laps. As Sano does have a 1.2 second gap to Quad Camper on older mediums, so I imagine there will be a slightly bigger gap forming, in which that Quad Camper will look to escape. It is very unfortunate. Willow does have the 10-second penalty, as John has now is pitting off those soft tyres, and Cod Camper is 1.3 seconds ahead of Sano. And Willow makes his way past Sano. He is very much looking to make up ground after getting that 10-second time penalty. He is 2/10 up on his fastest lap currently, which means nothing. Technically, it was out of your control, Nico Gamer, so I will allow it. But I will lower the fine from 3 million to 50p and a bag of chips. Because I am hungry. I am hungry right now. We'll see what gap. We now see the gap starting, still forming, and Steely gets an ad. Unfortunate for you. Triple vodka lemonade with grated gold. Malbro overtakes Madagamer into T1. And Ethan might potentially be looking at the back of Top Gun, which he does not look to utilise. Sano is almost falling out of DRS of Willow, which is not very good for him. See if drivers are going to start maybe looking at making their final pit stop soon. Of course, Cod Camper needs to use the soft tyres, but if my memory serves me correctly, everyone else needs to use the mediums. John sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. After his pit stop, he is running P12. I imagine after everyone else pits for their final pit stop, he will go back up the grid. Willow is going to get very unlucky with the 10-second time penalty. But gaps are forming, so the closest battle on track currently is the battle for P5, in which Deflated Wee is stuck behind Prev. John has made his way past Madagamer in the chicane. Very unorthodox, but Velocity Racer is in for his, I believe his final pit stop, and he is going to very struggle, taking them to make it to the end, as David Peniston. I know how to say that one because of that joke. And Powen and Top Gun. Oh, I think Top Gun had a little snap there. I don't think there was any contact. And Top Gun is in the wall. That is very unfortunate there. But Top Gun is struggling on those medium tyres. Deflated Wee has a 3-second time penalty. And David, now you get a fine. I want £1 and a bag of chips, but a large bag. Gaps are forming, but there is a battle for, as John makes his way past Marlborough into the third final corner, because I do not know which turn it is. And John will be having a look at the back, hopefully at the front of Ethan, who is currently running P8, now 9th, as that guy comes into pit for his final pit stop. That is a very nice move from John, making his way back up the order. Powerless Call is next up for the current championship leader. However, Cod Camper, his next closest rival in the championship, is currently leading the way in this race. We have 9 laps to go in this race. That guy and Top Gun pit for softs. John has made his way through on the Powen. He is now going to be closing in on the top 5. That guy has made his way past Shivers. As the two... That's not important. Prev is on the back of Deflated Wee. Madagamer has pit now. And Velocity Racer gets a 3-second time penalty. I'm not sure. I can't remember if that's another one for them or the first of the race. Yeah, I'll get the FIA president in here to fine you both. Powen is no longer in DRS of John, which puts him at safety. John is catching up to the back of Prev. Marlborough has made his way past Ethan. And Prev is still on the back of Deflated Wee. As John is closing back. Closing up to the back of Prev. Prev might have a look at Deflated Wee here if he so chooses to want to make the overtake. David, the way you fall for that is you split it up into 3 parts. Because if you say it in the 2 parts as it is, no one's going to fall for it. And Top Gun and Madagamer were having a lovely battle. Padge has made his way past Shivers. as Camper is now in for his final pit stop of the race, in which he has to use the soft tyres. I believe Willow... No, he... Wait, does Camper... Yeah, Camper is going on to the soft tyres. I can't remember what... Yeah, Camper has to use the softs. And I believe Willow has to use the softs as well. Now, Willow with his 10-second time penalty, which will put him further down the order than he would hope. Willow does have a 4-second leeway to Sano currently. As that guy and Ethan were battling there, but that guy was able to get the better of Ethan. Sooner or later we might actually... I'm not sure if drivers still have to pit. I cannot remember what strategies people have been doing, because everyone's been doing different things. I believe most have done the medium, soft, medium though, which means Willow might be going to the end here. So then it might not be the end of the world. It adds the layer of mystery that we so want, because we don't know who's going to win. Good evening, Alex. Welcome to the final 5 laps of the race. Willow is currently leading the way. He does have a 10-second time penalty, which I imagine, because under the rules of the league, if he doesn't pit, he's going to try and get it removed. So Willow is going to be going to the end of the race onto these tyres, and as long as he doesn't get overtaken by John or Sano, he might actually be able to win the race. But John is making very quick work of the track. Yeah, I guess Marlborough has a lot of friends. Camper is just behind John currently on the very, very fresh set of soft tyres, which might be able to make it to the... Well, they will be able to make it to the end, but if they can hold their pace... Why would Willow get disqualified, Steely? It's just a 10-second time penalty. It would just count as an unserved penalty, so he would... As Camper is on the back of John and the gap... we'll keep an eye on the gap for the last couple of laps between John, Camper and Sano and Willow. Camper does set the fastest lap and does overtake John. Now this is going to be very, very thrilling last 3 laps, as there is a yellow. It is Shivers being overtaken by John. Metagamer gets a 3-second time penalty. It's very unfortunate end for that. But John and Camper are maybe going to look to see how quickly they can catch up to the back of Sano. Gap is now 3.9 seconds. There's a yellow, it is Shivers. I imagine Shivers might... Yeah. Oh, yes, that's correct. Willow did pit under the safety car for softs and then go straight back off them. As the gap is now 3 seconds, Codcamper has got not 3 seconds, 2.76 seconds back to Sano, who has then got 6 seconds back to Willow. Willow is looking on course to win this, he is looking on course to cross the line first. Whether or not he gets the penalty removed is another question, which we will find out in 2 weeks, unless he mentions it in any potential stream that happens this week. Then we will find out after the mid-season break. Codcamper is 1.6 seconds off Sano now. Ethan is pitting onto probably the soft tyres to maybe set a fastest lap, do a fastest lap attempt. As we have some very, very funny words being spoken in the chat. And Ethan has retired from the session, so he's decided not to continue. Codcamper is now within DRS of Sano, which will, he is destined to make it past Sano. Gap to Willow is going to be very difficult to close in on within 2 laps. But we will wait and see for that. Codcamper does make his way past Sano. And Codcamper will stay ahead with the use of DRS. Shivers gets another 3-second time penalty. I believe that puts him up to 15. That does mean that Codcamper is destined for P2. Ethan had... Oh, Ethan, you had wing damage. That's very unfortunate. It does mean that the top 3 are going to be decided here. And John is looking likely... if he manages to get past Sano, that will be the battle for P3. Sano has been on these tyres for 21 laps. As Sano pits on the final lap of the Grand Prix. He is going onto the softs. I don't know why he's pit, because he is going to lose out to Deflated Wee and Prev and that guy and maybe even Powen. He's not going to do that. Puts Sano down 4 positions. But either way, the next it's not going to have anything to do with the final standings, as Prev is does not have a penalty, but there is a little battle going on here for P5. And I just remembered Prev started at the back of the grid, which is up to P5, definitely in contention for my personal driver of the day. As he goes round the final corner now, Willow will be the first to cross the track, and with that 10-second time penalty, we see what he drops him to. Codcamper will take the proverbial lead of the Grand Prix. John will be P2 for now. We won't know how it will end until 2 weeks' time. And Deflated Wee will cross the line P4. Prev crossing the line with a great race to finish P5. That guy crosses the line P6, but Sano goes ahead of him because of penalties. Powen is cool, comes across the line to finish P8. Malbro P9 after getting into the top 3. Top Gun is P10. Madagamer will cross the line to finish P11. Padge will then cross the line to finish in P12, and then Shivers will cross the line to finish P13. As Shivers has also spun on the third final corner. But Padge crosses the line P12, and Shivers will eventually cross the line he will cross the line backwards and come across the line to finish P13. That is the end for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Thank you very much, Rids. Appreciate the kind words. I hope you very much enjoyed that race. As Kodkamper does his best superhero impression, the Vietnamese representative. And he lifts the trophy. Whether he has to give it back to Willow, we will find out in due course. And we will get that information out as soon as possible. Honestly, we should get there should be one race where we just have a trio of comms. I think that would be absolute chaos. But to round out the race, we have the Vietnamese representative of Kodkamper, P1, John P2, Willow P3, he might get P1 back, we'll have to wait and see. Deflated Wee P4, Prev P5 from the back of the grid, Sano P6, that guy P7, Power is Cool P8, Marlboro P9, Top Gun rounding out the top 10 in his return race, Madagamer P11, Padge P12, Shivers P13, Velocity Racer P14, JJ and Ethan, both technically DNFs, and then Nico Gamer, very unfortunate with a wheel problem. So that is the end of this NA race. I do believe that our next race, we do, as I said, we do go on a season break next week, so there will not be a race. Whether or not there is a social race will be decided in due course, so do keep an eye on the Discord for that. That does... I'm trying to think of the maths for the championship, but we will worry about that in due course when we get to round 8, which I will just bringing up the calendar as it stands. Which as soon as we find out, I will as soon as it comes up, I will let you know. The next round in our season is going to be Australia, which will be the first of the synchronized real life calendars to our IIRL calendars, in which China will follow the week after, and then we will have the Italian Grand Prix, the Japanese Grand Prix, which will be our last race with hard tyres being banned. Bahrain is then after that for the penultimate round, and then round 13 to round off the season will be Saudi Arabia, which is the final sprint race of the season. Australia too slow. Damn it, Steely beat me. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me all, guys. I very much hope you enjoyed that race, and I will be seeing you in oh, that's actually not a point. Not sure about a stream on Thursday just yet. You'll have to wait and see for that. But Snacks and potentially Willow will be back on Sunday for comms for assist tier, and that will be very fun. We currently have, I believe, 19 drivers for that. So, with that being said, I hope you very much enjoyed this race, and I will be seeing you in 2 weeks after the mid-season break.